Mizutsune goes in the bro, you're not even here yet tier. Because, I mean, yeah, it's the first title update, but it's not even out yet, so I don't know what its new moves are like or how it acts in this game. Your guess is as good as mine. A Jarikon. Epic. I don't think it's spectacular. I mean, that's why I have the tier above, because that's for the best monsters, like the exceptional, amazing experiences. But this is a really good monster. It takes the monkey skeleton, the fanged beast, and just puts a unique spin on it. Like, it's got unique moves. It behaves differently from Raging and Kongalala, and basically every other fanged beast. It's just really unique. Looks cool. Like how it has a drum for a back, like it beats its back like a drum with its tail. Its super move is fun to offset. It's a blast monkey. Yeah, it's just great, honestly. Guardian Fulgur Anjanath. Also great, because Fulgur Anjanath is just... I mean, by itself, it's a great monster. I just really like Fulgur a lot. And then it has this Guardian spin on it, which, honestly, I don't actually care that much for the Guardian twist. It doesn't really change it up that much, honestly. I mean, the only differences I personally noticed with Guardians is that they have these wyvern milk explosions. But yeah, it's mostly just in that tier because it's Fulgur Anjanath, you know? Both Arkvelds go in GOAT tier because he's amazing. I mean, it's hard to go wrong with a flagship, really. I forgot the differences between the Guardian and the normal. I think the Guardian really just has the wyvern milk explosions, but yeah, great flagship, awesome theme, epic moveset that's just fun to parry and weave around. It's a very dynamic turn-based fight. It's very turn-based. You know, uses wing whip attacks with the chains, chain whip attacks, and then it's like open. Just really well designed. Like, honestly, it's a great flagship. Balahara, it's good. I don't think it's amazing, but it's you know, honestly, for a monster that's so simple, you can do a lot worse. It's got a unique appearance. Its attacks aren't boring, but they're not like super flashy. They just kind of make sense for what they are. It's a fine, solid monster, but you know. Blangonga. You know, the funny thing about Blangonga, if this was an older Monster game, I would have thought he was incredibly mid. In Wilds, he's kind of awesome, honestly. They spiced him up in Wilds. Like, he's not as forgettable. It's like, oh wow, they I also like how they gave Raging a break so they could let Blangonga shine, and that kind of gives him more of an identity. Just, he's cool. He's like a refined mix of old Blangonga and Raging, and he just kind of makes something special. He's good in this game. Chatacabra, I mean, it's fine. I don't really dislike any of the monsters in this game, except maybe one, and even then, it's just average at worst. There's no bad monsters. I don't have any monster in like a bad tier. The worst tier is just average. Because at worst, monsters are average. Nothing is just outright bad in this game, I feel. But, I mean, it's a tutorial monster. It's got very simple attacks. It's got a funny tongue. Like how it applies ores and rocks to its arms. That's kind of neat. I mean, it is just a tutorial monster, but, you know, it's fine. It's inoffensive. Kongalala. Yeah. Like, unlike Blangonga, I still don't really care for Kongalala, honestly. He's fine. I'm glad he got a modern Monster Hunter glow-up. That's cool, but he is still just kind of Kongalala. He didn't really change much. He's there. He's fine. He can exist. Both of the Doshagamas are pretty good. Hell, I think I'm gonna put them above Balahara. They're good and fun. Not super flashy, but, you know, I like their unique design. Their attacks are fun to weave around and play with. Just, you know, they're good. They're good monsters. They're also really fun to offset. So, that's cool. Oh, here we go. Gore Magala. Yeah, it's goated. It's Gore. Like, this is Gore in a modern, non-portable team game. Like, this is Gore in, like, a mainline main team release. Like, yeah, I still consider portable games mainline, but, you know, Sunbreak just had Gore for the sake of having Gore. Kind of like Generations Ultimate, he was just there without really an ecological purpose. Now we get the Frenzy. We get frenzied monsters. His modern glow-up is amazing. It's Gore, but better than ever. Like, of course he's awesome. Anyway, I need to take a sip of water. Recording this early, so my voice isn't quite perfect yet. I'll take a sip of this Mango Chainsaw Liquid Death. Murder your thirst. Oh, that's good. Hold on, let me move my mic away so you don't have to hear me slurp. Lot of water. Lots of ice cold water. Gonna need that. Gravios. Awesome. Genuinely, like, I like Gravios in this game. I think he's amazing. Like, he was in older games, I just thought he was fine. He was all right. No, now he's like really interesting. He's epic. He's cool. He has more of an identity. His sound design, like, okay, he sounds like a bear, which is funny, but just his attacks are epic and weighty. He's cool. He's a cool tank monster. Just, I guess they realized Gravios was kind of underrated. It's like, you know what, let's make him rated, and here we go. He's great. Great modern glow-up. Gypsross. That's a tough one. Honestly, I think he's kind of epic. Like, low-key epic, but I have a soft spot for Gypsross because, in Monster Hunter 1, he was the first armor set I ever made, and that was the first Monster Hunter game I played back in 2012. So very nostalgic. I have a little bit of a bias there. But also, they just made him a bit more interesting. He's got, like, that forward flash attack where he hops forward and flashes. His unique personality is kept intact. I like that he exists. He's great, honestly. Low-key, but still great. Oh, boy. Here's one that I've been waiting for. Hirobami is my least favorite monster in Wilds. It's not terrible. Like I said, nothing in this game is outright terrible, but it's bottom of average. I don't care for Hirobami. It doesn't look very interesting. Its attacks make no sense. I can never get a read on it. It's just flippy and wobbly and wavy, and it's zippy. It's kind of annoying, honestly. It's like, I say I hate him, but I don't. It's weird. I'm more like, I have fun pretending I hate him because he is still my least favorite monster, but he's still kind of alright. But he's the least alright. But yeah, Hirobami is the bottom of the barrel for me. Just, it's the monster I care for the least in the entire game. It's just how it is. Oh, here's a big one. Let me take a sip of water again before I continue this ranking. All right. Jin Dahad. Absolutely amazing. I consider... Is it above Arkveld? Is it above Arkveld, though? Oh, that's tough. I don't know. He's so good. Better than Arkveld, though? I don't know. I'll put him below Arkveld for now, but you could go either way. You honestly could go either way. Jin Dahad is phenomenal. It's like... It's basically this game's siege monster. It's like a siege fight, but it's not an Elder Dragon. It's just a Leviathan. It's an Apex Predator Leviathan, but it acts like a siege fight. And the music... Oh my god, the music. You have the organ piano, and you know I have a soft spot for organ pianos. The attacks are bombastic, a lot of variety. It's got a super move. There's multiple phases. It's a nice, long fight. It's... Oh my god, I love it. It's such a blast. I have not fought a tempered one yet, though. I have yet to see a tempered Jin Dahad. But wow, just an amazing monster. You'd be forgiven for assuming it's an Elder Dragon. It might as well be. Yeah, wow. I love Jin Dahad. I love him. So great. Lalabarina. It's fine. It's, you know, it's okay. You know, it's got like I like the I guess sort of area denial. Like you gotta avoid its paralysis puffs that it spreads everywhere. It's got dance moves. I like its unique like nest attack where it like hangs from the ceiling and spins around. I don't have a whole lot to say. It's a monster I don't really care that much for. It's all right. You know, there are better monsters. It's okay. Looks pretty. That's nice looking gear. It's better than these three, you know. Nursilla. I think it's an epic, but where an epic? Probably bottom. Or is it? Oh, do I put it above Gypsaros? I'll put it above Gypsaros. Nursilla's good. She's great. Good and great. Just a nice modern glow up. The original spider monster, I think. Do we have spiders before for you? Or just base 4? Because I know Nursilla was there. I don't remember, but I mean, the fact is Nursilla's a nice OG. We appreciate her. She's great. Oh boy, another big one. New Udra. Oh yeah, that's It's peak. How peak though? I guess I'll put it above Gore. The reason Gore is like bottom of goated, like it's still goated, but I'm also familiar with Gore. He's an old face. These are the new ones. And yeah, new Udra, just incredible. Wow. Not only do we have like a proper octopus monster that isn't Nakarkos, it's a new skeleton. And yeah, amazing theme, looks epic. Its fight is fantastic. Wow. It really gets a lot of style points for just being the first, like, true octopus monster, if you don't count Nakarkos. But yeah, just, what can I say? It's new Udra. You knew this thing was peak as soon as you looked at it. Ebony Odo. Pretty great. I'm glad Odo's in this game. As a Guardian, again, doesn't really change a whole lot besides the Wyvern Milk attacks. I appreciate it's here, though. Odo is one of the best monsters from World, and we got it in Wilds in some form. Sounds like a pretty good win to me. Just a good, fun, fast but fair, reasonable, I guess, dogfight. It is quite literally a dogfight. Quebetrice is just average. I mean, I kind of like it a little bit, slightly. It's okay. It's not that interesting, but it's fine. I kind of like it a little bit. But yeah, we got like a rooster monster. It's got like, what does it use? Like violet Mizutsune oil or something to ignite fires. Like it's a fire rooster. This is the good mythical morning monster. It's the fire breathing rooster. Rathalos and Guardian Rathalos. Pretty great, I think. I'll put Guardian Rathalos a little bit higher. Not that it matters too much. They finally gave Rathalos his own theme, which as a flagship he seriously deserved. Like, why does this flagship not have his own theme? You know, normalize giving every flagship a theme instead of just, you know, most of them. I like his zoo attacks. He's fun. He's fun and good. I know Rathalos gets a lot of flack for just being around so much. And I know Zia in particular has not been fond of Rathalos, but this is a good iteration. Just good and solid. It's a fun, nice fight. Despite being such a familiar face. Rathian, probably pretty epic. I think just fighting Rathian and like, okay, Rathian's easy, right? But it's easy in the most fun way because her attacks all just make sense. She's fun to beat on. She's a monster that's fun to beat on. Yeah. Let me take a sip of water. I'm getting a little hoarse again. But, like, Rathian's supposed to be easy, right? Her moveset is supposed to be very exploitable. And that's just maintained very well. She is fun to fight. Fun to smack around. So I'll put her in, like, low-tier epic, but, I mean, she's still pretty great. All things considered. Oh, here we go. My favorite monster in Wilds. Right now, peak. The best. My favorite monster in Wilds. My favorite one. He's perfect. Everything about him, perfect. Theme, listen to it all the time. Design, phenomenal. The fact that you frequently fight him in the Sandtide, which is such an epic, like, weather event, that's just awesome. All of his attacks flow so well. His railgun is amazing. His wing attacks are amazing. He's perfect. Everything he does is perfect, and I'm all for it. Raidao is by far the best monster in the game for me. Hands down. I don't even need to say anything more. Nothing more needs to be said. Bro is so good he speaks for himself. Rompopolo. Pretty great. How great, though? I'd say about that great. I like how incredibly unique he is. He's such a weirdo. He's one of the weirdest looking monsters ever. He's got like a mosquito kind of look. He's got that Plague Doctor mask aesthetic, which is great. You can see it on the armor. It's the first mainline poison brute wyvern, because we don't have Kasura in mainline. Just really cool. Really awesome, unique monster. Really like him. Duna. Fine. Probably the worst Apex, honestly. I say worst, air quotes. It's not even a bad monster. No, it's good. But, like, compared to Raidao, Jindahad, New Udra, like, these peak monsters, Duna is, like, the most forgettable. It's like, okay. You know... It reminds me of a Matsu, which is neat, but it's more of a fanged wyvern than anything. It looks like a fanged wyvern, but it acts like a leviathan. Like, its body shape gives me Fanged Wyvern vibes. And it just kind of belly flops and does wave attacks. You know? It has the least interesting moveset. It's fine. It's good. It's just, you know, really dropped the ball compared to the other Apexes, huh? Shuwu. Great, honestly. How great? High up there. Shuwu is truly great. Yeah. Right below Gravios. Like, Gravios is just awesome. It just does things for me. Just this iteration. But Shuwu, yeah, just really taking advantage of that, octopus skeleton. I like how it feeds off of Guardians. It's like a Guardian, scavenger. It's like this game's Nergigante. Although I feel like that's kind of pushing a comparison a little bit, but I don't know. It's an octopus. I mean, that already gives it points. Just really, really cool. Like, its attacks, it's intuitive, it's fun. It's weird looking. Yeah, it's pretty great. Kutku, honestly, low key, kind of epic in this game. Around here-ish. I don't know. I'm feeling either above or below Nursilla. They made Kutku very interesting in this game. I'll say above. Kutku's been getting memed on for being, like, harder than he should be. Because he's got, like, such direct tracking attacks, and, like, people are saying he's, air quotes, hard. Like, he's not really hard, but he's surprisingly tricky, and that's just funny. Like, Kutku is giving people a semblance of difficulty despite being a low-tier monster. Also, he's the OG, like, first flying wyvern from us under 1, and we got him in wild. That's amazing. That's so cool. Yeah, that's great, honestly. But anyway, the final boss, Zoshia, I mean, it's obviously somewhere in Goat. But where? I don't like it more than Raidou. Do I like it more than Arkville, though? Do I? Probably. Yeah, I'll say probably. Raidou just fundamentally hits different. Like, you'd expect Zoshia to be number 1. It's a great final boss, don't get me wrong. It absolutely is. I love how we have a canon equal dragon weapon. That's awesome. But, you can only fight it once, which is really sad. It's only in low rank. I feel like we need to see Zoshia more. We need to see it in, like, an event quest, a title update, or even the expansion. Just something that lets us fight again. Because, like, that kind of diminishes some of the appeal. I feel like I can't fully appreciate this monster yet, even though it really deserves it. It has so much potential. It just hasn't been fully realized yet. That one hunt I had with it was awesome. It absolutely was awesome. It's so cool. It acts just like a Fatalis. Like, this pretty much retcons the old Equal Dragon weapon. I say retcon because, like, it was never really canon, but, like, this is it. This is our Equal Dragon weapon. Yeah. Awesome final boss. I wouldn't even say it's my favorite, but it's really good. It's really, 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 really good. So, yeah, that is my Wilds tier list before title updates.